products are just going to keep getting better. You know, everything we do in the chocolate shop is hand tempered on a beautiful granite stone, and I look forward to doing that and bringing that back to the world. I'm really excited about that, and to produce a smaller chocolate bar that's more affordable. You know, I used to watch the employees at all my friends at Some Food, or Nature's First Law at the time, at Some Food now, but I'd watch how they would eat the chocolate. So the chocolate took me through a cycle, and it took me through a complete circuit actually to where I'm at now. When I first started making it, I made it in pretty good sized 2-ounce chocolate bars, and I made it with no sweetener. I'd only add things like agave, just purely dark with, I'd hand peel the beans and use a mortar and pestle, break them up, put them in the chocolate, so it'd be just pure dark. Goji berries, things like that, so you got that bitter, and then when you hit like a goji berry or a piece of bee pollen, you've got that little, it kind of tease your taste buds a little bit, you know, you got that sweetness, and the sweetness of the cacao itself. And then the cacao decided, okay, well, let's add some sweetener to that and see what happens there. When I was just making them pure, a chocolate bar would last on an employee's week averagely for probably about a week. They'd just snip away at it. And so as soon as I started adding agave, well, that totally changed. Everybody's consumption like doubled, sometimes tripled. And I was just, wow, that's interesting, okay. I see what's happening here. And then we went into Fortina, we created that, and so I got to experience the production of it, making a lot at one time, all by hand, packaging it, got to go through that whole process, seeing how that looks, how that works, how do I fit into that. From there, I just felt that it was time for me to leave that. I got to experience that, and it was time to go recreate, and time to make smaller pieces. So that's what I went and did. I started making smaller pieces of chocolate with many more flavors, individual flavors. And I saw how people responded with that. And people tended to buy 2 or 3 pieces, and they would treasure them. They would not eat them all at one time. They'd eat one, save one for later. And it's like, wow, that's really cool. And I went into teaching the process of putting it all together and preparing it. Then from there, Sedona called and had a lot in store for me, and still does. And you know, I've kind of come back to that place of some harmony with some sweet. I only use honey in my chocolate personally, because I feel that honey is more than just a sweetener. You know, it's food. It's enzymatic. It's alive. It's really amazing. And so I use honey with my chocolates now, and we make a whole variety of unsweetened to sweetened to, you know, we've made so many different flavors in the last year. It's really amazing, actually. So, but being in the chocolate shop, I've been able to work on this stone, and I've learned a lot. That's all I've done for, I don't know how long now, but for a long time, and I've had to learn, you know, consistency with it. Because when it goes from there and it sets and it goes up into our chocolate cases, you know, it has to hold stable, hold its shine, and hold all the different elements that we put into it. And so that's really taught me a lot, so that I can now produce I feel, a more flavorful, a longer lasting chocolate bar for people to enjoy, really.